Greetings one and all. So, I saw these two trees here while I'm setting up my camp, and I thought, you know what? I should redo my hanging the tarp video. So I'm gonna do that now. So, the bow line. Okay, I'm gonna do it over because I was out of the camera yet again. Do a loop. Slip it. Go around. Boom. The results of practice, guys. Pretty much I nail it every time now. So let me get the camera fixed. I'll show you the next step. Alrighty. Depending on how you want your tarp up, I think I'm gonna go about chest height. You just run this through. And there you go. Now let's see if I can do this in one shot. May not be far enough back. Make sure you guys can see. Alright. Sorry for being in the way. Go around the tree. Through. Can you guys see that? Pull it tight. I believe you pinch it. Actually, there you go. Probably up a little too high, but I think that's pretty good. But if if need be, I can always just pop it out and readjust it. Get it nice and tight. There you go. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn the camera off and practice my Prusik knot a bit, and then I'll bring it back if I hopefully get it a few times and not have to, well, I can curse and swear if I don't get it. So I'll do a little practice and then I'll get back to you. Okay, so naturally, because I had the camera off, I tied these two Prusik knots the first time just like that. I used bank line this time and boot the camera again because see, you can move it, but when you pull it here, it doesn't adjust, or it doesn't slide. Now bank line's a bit slipperier, but you know, I'm only putting up a tarp, I'm not putting up a big shelter. So let's see if I can show you how I did it. So proof I can do it, you can see that, okay? And I nailed them both times too. It's like, it was just slip, 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 done, quick. Alright, so I make sure to keep the knot away. I've seen people do it with the knot down, but I don't think it's gonna slip. But I just kept the knot over here. I just go through, go through, go through, pull it through, and just pull it tight. course, the bank line's a bit slipperier, but there you go. Prusik knot. See, it doesn't. Oop. Got a little unraveled on me. So, there we go. Now I'm going to proceed to the next step. Okay, so here's my 5x7 space blanket, the grabber one with the reflective back. I actually haven't hung this up before. I haven't needed to. That's why it's still brand new. Alright, see. Make sure you can see. Otherwise, what's the point? Actually, I might just bring you around. I probably should have paused it, but alright. So, run the viewfinder. Run the bank line through the hole. Get yourself a stick. Can't remember how that went now. How did that go? Let's do it this way. Oh man, it's so much nicer working on ground that's actually level. Well, for the most part. I can't believe I forgot how to do the stick thing, but it's alright. You make your gear work for you. And then just pull through. And all I do is I just tuck it through. Let me give it a close up. Tree root. See, the bank line seems to be grabbing really well. So there you go. And naturally I forgot to bring any tent stakes, but I think you'll get the idea when I show you. Then you just run this down to the ground. Well, I didn't have that high enough. Huh. Well. How about we do a real-time adjustment and I'll just show you. I didn't do that other one super tight yet because I'm going to adjust this one. that's why I use the stick. Then you would stake it down. I really wish I'd brought 10 sticks now. Maybe we can improvise something. I'll bring it back in a moment. Improvised. Yes, I fully realize I could have carved a tent stake very easily. Or I can just pick up a rock. Save a lot of time. There you go. I could cover this part down here with, I could run a log down the end, I could run debris down the end. And there you have it. One tarp. So let's see. One little trick too is like, this is how tall you are. So it would cover my whole body. I'd have my fire out in front. I'd probably pile up something on the sides. I think that'll do it though. Show you these ends real quick again. So all I did is I just tripod legs, thank you. I just ran it through and just pulled it, and because it's bank line, it seems to be holding pretty well, so it's not pulling on the tarp too tight. But I could always just move this a bit, take off some slack, tighten it up. I kind of wish I was spending the night now. I'm not sure where I'd put my... I could just move the fire pit here on the ground in front of me, but it's alright, one step at a time. So that's my version of hanging a tarp. Alright, thanks for watching. If you have any questions or feedback, put them in the comments below, it'd be appreciated. And I'll catch you in the next one. I guess I wasn't quite done. I was actually thinking as I was putting my tarp away, it's like I was thinking how I had it up too high, but you know, this is why I come out and practice, because now I know next time about waist level. If I want to have, you know, for that blanket, I want to have about waist level. So I'm just untying these knots, because I always untie my knots when I'm done, so I can practice retying them the next time. So, and also throwing in a couple tent stakes would have been nice. So, I mean, I could have carved some, but, you know, if you could just bring some, they don't weigh that much, so why not? Or the rocks would have worked out fine, though. So, get out and practice, guys. There's value in practice. Every time you do something, it's a lesson learned. Yeah, I'm glad I was able to tie these this time. When I made that other video, I was also having just a horrible day too. I also lost some of the footage on the camera because I forgot to press record like a dumbass. So, I guess I'll not ramble any longer, and I gotta get my fire going so I can cook some lunch. Alright, see ya.